Good morning. I'm Leslie Kennedy, NCSL's Director for Digital Content and Publications. Welcome to State Legislature Spotlight, a 5-minute update on an NCSL feature story and part of our new State Legislatures digital magazine. Our members can find fresh online content delivered daily and still look forward to 2 special edition print issues of the magazine you know and love. Our latest Spotlight highlights a feature story on unemployment rates and their potential long-term effects on the service industry. So today we are here with the story's co-author, NCSL's very own Suzanne Hultin. Suzanne, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Leslie.
So the economic downturn due to the pandemic continues to affect Americans across the country, but some industries were hit harder than others. And your story starts off with a snapshot of April job losses that were followed by jobs recovered in June. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, definitely. So April unemployment numbers were reported at 14.7%. However, estimates point to it being a little bit closer to 20%, which are near Great Depression numbers. As one would assume, any of the jobs that required some sort of person-to-person contact or service saw massive job losses in March and April. So this includes leisure and hospitality as well as retail. But manufacturing and business and even health services sectors saw some significant losses as well. Although some of these jobs have returned as states reopen, they're still nowhere near pre-COVID numbers and likely won't be for quite some time. Have seen growth, so including grocery businesses and box chain stores.
Yeah, and you mentioned, when states reopened, and some of these industries reopened their doors, one of the big questions that has come out is employee safety. So how are states defining safety guidelines and requirements? And can you offer a specific example?
Yeah, definitely. Well, as states began to reopen, there were some serious questions around keeping employees safe. Although OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, released guidelines on safety measures, these were just guidelines and not requirements. So we've seen many unions that represent large sectors of essential workers set their own guidelines, including the American Federation of Teachers, the AFL-CIO, as well as the National Nurses United. There are some states that have also started to act on creating safe workplaces. In July, Colorado enacted HB 1415, which established whistleblower protections for anyone who reported an employer that was not following the state or local safety standards. And so we've also seen bills introduced in Minnesota and Pennsylvania that would help enforce the state and local compliance with workplace safety guidelines. Those have not been enacted, though.
Gotcha. So this is all great information that I'm sure will keep evolving as the months go on. But before we let you go, is there any silver lining in this?
Well, although we have a long way to go until we see unemployment numbers back at those 2019 levels, there are some new kind of COVID norms that may become a little bit more permanent. So teleworking, which we are both doing now. Economists estimate that about 40% of workers currently have jobs that can be done remotely, and it's likely that that number could increase. And this has the potential to incentivize workers to move and to leave more expensive urban corridors for rural areas that have seen a steady decline in populations over the last decade or so. And they can continue working for their urban businesses. So there's possibly some silver lining here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know this is an issue that you'll continue to track and we'll continue to cover. And for the full story, please visit ncsl.org/magazine and be sure to tune in next month for another State Legislature Spotlight.